Добар ден, почитувани гледачи, добре дојдовте во уште едно отворено студио. Овој пат имам чест да разговарам во еден прекрасен амбиент, секогаш прекрасен на Охридското езеро, на уште поубавиот брод Армада, со господинот Самуел Жбогар, амбасадор на Европската унија во Македонија. Добре дојдовте, welcome Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you very much.
Го правим овој разговор во еден убав амбиент, сончев ден во Охрид. Верувам секогаш уживате при посетите на Охрид. Ова е можеби една од вашите последни посети како амбасадор, се разбира. Да? Повод за нашиот разговор, секако и темите кои ќе провејуваат тука, е една одлична спортска манифестација како што е Охрид трчат. Но пред тоа би сакал да ве запрашам, бидејќи истекува вашиот мандат, најавивте дека ќе се одјавите од Македонија со по една фотографија секој ден. Во какви спомени ќе ви остане Охрид?
Oh, first, thank you very much for having me, and thank you for having me in this beautiful, really beautiful environment, which Охрид always is. Well, Охрид is, there's many things around Охрид. I think first, there's a lot of friends that I have, that I made here in Охрид, which they will stay with me. Охрид is European evening at the Охрид Summer Festival that we had just this week. Охрид is UNESCO and the beauty of Охрid with the houses, with the lake. Охрид is also Galičica, where I also went up to see the two lakes. Охрид is really, I think, the jewel of the crown of your country, and I think you're really lucky to have Охрид. So all this, I think, will come with me, including with the problems that I'm aware that Охрид has. People are leaving Охрид because they cannot find life here. There's issues with UNESCO, the protection of UNESCO. So there are a lot of things that I think I learned about Охрид, but great memories will come with me to Slovenia.
Како што напоменав, повод за овој наш разговор е спортската манифестација Охрид трчат. Вие лично сте поддржувач на Охрид трчат. Тоа не треба да чуди ако се има предвид фактот дека и самиот сте спортист, трчате активно. Како дојде до соработка со Охрид трчат? Како се споивте?
Well, you know, the runners always come together. I believe that, as a principle, I believe the runners are good people. Usually among runners you always find that they're all good people because all the stress goes out while running. I think that the first contact was they invited me simply to come to the Охрид Трчат when they started a few years ago, and we as European Union were also ready to support the event because we support healthy lifestyle. We are promoting healthy lifestyle. And starting the race, the running in Охрид was something we thought first is good for citizens, for the health, but also it adds something to the tourism promotion of the city, and that's how it started. And then I got to know the organizers much closer, and I really admire their enthusiasm and voluntarism that they're putting into this race, which now is really growing. Was growing until COVID, but I think will continue to grow afterward as well. We met in Ljubljana during the Ljubljana Marathon. I think that was a great experience as well. So yes, I think I made some friends here in Охрид.
Го спомнавте маратонот во Ljubljana, ќе ве навратам на тој настан. Ги поддржавте луѓето од Охрид трчат на тој маратон, бевте гости на експото, веројатно заедно. Какви беа искуствата од Ljubljana?
I think that Охрид Трчат made quite an impression in Ljubljana. I think it was quite a big group that came. They all had the same T-shirts, so I think they were very recognizable. And in Slovenia in general, there is a very nice feeling about Охрид. From the old times, people remember Охрид. Many were here. And I know that as a runner that it's important that runners get support during the race, especially if you go half marathon or marathon. it's nice if you see somebody familiar along the race. So with my wife, we went to 3 places where we were meeting runners and cheering also for Охрид runners. I think at the expo they also made quite an impression, because a lot of Slovenians started interested to come to run in Охрид this year. Again, now COVID came in, but I think this is just postponing. But as I understand, was quite a lot of interest, because it's the combination of running. People are looking for races abroad that you can combine with tourism. You know, one person is running, but the whole family comes, and then the rest of the days they are exploring the country. This is now very popular across the world. And also me as a runner, I was going around. I went to Berlin and my family went with me. I went to New York, my family went with me. So this is a kind of a new tourism. I think this is something for Охрид to explore in the future a lot.
Со овај ваш одговор го начнавте моето следно прашање. Охрид трчат се организира и одржува во еден специфичен, интересен амбиент. Се трча покрај урбана средина, се трча и во стариот дел на Охрид, покрај древни градби, богато културно наследство, своевиден времеплов е тоа. Секој случај амбиент кој ги одушевува и надпреварувачите. Веројатно Охрид трчат има потенцијал да стане и да биде додадена вредност на туризмот во Охрид и во Македонија. Во тој контекст кои би биле вашите препораки?
Yes, I strongly believe that it can that the Охрид trčat can bring more tourists, especially during the time when there is no high season, and you can get one weekend when you get a lot of runners with their families, and as you said, the place like Охрид, you don't have so many places where you can run like Охрид. Sometimes, especially the long races, can be boring. But if you run around the houses like this, then the time passes faster, the kilometers pass faster. So I think it's huge potential. So what I would say is that I hope that everybody will continue to support Охрид trčat, because it is a potential to bring more tourists, and these are the tourists who also spend money. They come with the families. Now, of course, COVID is presenting limitation, and it will present limitation probably for some more time. So probably the region is something that one might want to focus in the immediate future, so that people can come by cars, because I don't think we'll be traveling by planes anytime soon very often. I think even if we get the vaccine, we'll still be avoiding the flights. So probably the region is the base for Охрид, because the region knows Охрид, has very nice memories of, it reflects very nicely, has good brand name, and it can bring additional people to Охрид. So I think, we should all continue to support enthusiasts of Охрид trčat, and I think that you'll get more tourists.
Од каде е љубовта кај вас за трчањето? Во каква форма сте сега? Дали можеме да ве видиме на Охрид трчат престојниот викенд?
Well, I didn't run when I was young. I started a bit later, but I'm running now more than 20 years. Probably it comes with age and with the need, with increase of stress. Somehow came the need to get the stress out. I think because the running is a way of ventilating the stress, ventilating the pressure, press reliever. So that's how it started. I think you start with 1 kilometer, and then more and more you add up kilometers, and then you go for the first race, and then you're sold, because the energy that you feel at the race, the adrenaline that is in the air is something that you want to repeat. Usually when you go for marathon, when you come during the marathon, you think, why did I decide to go? Because it is painful. Toward the end it becomes painful, and you have thoughts, oh, why did I go for this? But when you finish, the first thing you think is, what's the next race I'm going to apply? So this is this is the runnings, at least for me. So it started 20 years ago. I did a lot of marathons, but I also got injured now 2 years ago because I started trail running. I was not prepared, and so I got injured. I'm still a bit injured, so I'm not sure. We're just discussing before with the organizers whether I'll come or not. I'll see how I feel next Sunday, but otherwise I'm not running lately. I'm still trying to get away from the injury.
Спомнавме Охрид е единственото подрачје во Македонија кое е под заштита на УНЕСКО, има извонредно културно и природно богатство, од чија валоризација веројатно ќе зависи и развојот на самиот град. Одржливиот развој е нешто што е мощно значајно за Охрид, но можностите кои ги нуди со заштитата на тоа културно и природно наследство и неговата промоција и соодветна заштита, ќе повторам, веројатно ќе нудат развој на многу видови алтернативен туризам, па и на спортски туризам. Каков Охрид би сакал да види Амбасадорот Жбогар по неколку години?
Охрид, that you said, I think, I mean, it's difficult for me to give to tell you how Охрид should look. It's up to you, but I think that the future of Охрид, look, if you have two types of tourism, do you know Zrče from Pag, the famous place for young people, and then you have Sveti Stefan in Montenegro. I think Охрид is more Sveti Stefan than Zrče, meaning that I don't think that the future of Охрид is massive tourism, but more upscale tourism. I walked from the European evening in the evening back to hotel, and it was very quiet in Охрид, and I think this is the tranquility that comes with this city. You know, it's something is in the air that it's peaceful, tranquil. You don't. It's not the city for, you know, buses to arrive, and this somehow I think what I see for the future of Охрид. So somehow, of course, you cannot go overnight to high scale tourism, but gradually to increase, to offer more offers like sport tourism, like adventure tourism, like biking, like mountains, then maybe good cuisine, massages, you know, things that bring then also people who would stay longer and spend more money. So that's I hope how the Охрид would develop to become, you know, some jewel in Europe where people will fly in and spend a weekend here or a week.
Со какви спомени си заминувате од Македонија? На што најмногу ќе се сеќавате? Може да издвоите некоја анекдота, една добра, една лоша работа? Што ви се случило тука?
Well, it's difficult to leave after 4 years. There's 4 years of a lot of memories. I was here with my family and we spent a good time. We had a good time. A lot of good things happened to my family when we were here, especially to my kids. You know, one finished university, one finished high school, one published a book, one got a job. So it will stay with us as a family. It's a good time. I will miss a lot of sun that you have. It's much more rainy where I go now to Slovenia. A lot of sun, a lot of friends that we met, and very good food. The food as I used to know, you know, the taste of tomatoes like it used to be, and you know, and the nature, the mountains. I love the mountains, and your mountains are really great. I think the mountains are great potential for your tourism, also the local domestic tourism. So this is, I think, that I'll miss, but I'm not going so far away. So I think after COVID, I can come back anytime. I don't want to talk about the bad things, but I will not miss the pollution. This is something sad when you go still in nature and you see plastic around. I think I've seen a great progress in this in the past years. I see a lot of people aware of taking care of the nature. It's really increasing. Many more people are in the mountains. Many more people are on the bikes. So I see the movement in that, and also especially among young people when I talk, they are all aware of the need to collect the plastic and take care of the nature. But otherwise, this is something that bothers when you walk around. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think there were bad stories as well. But I don't think it's really good to share them. I think usually only nice memories remain, and there were really many.
Во добра форма сте, тоа значи дека и одолеавте на македонската кујна, но сепак кое ви е вашето омилено јадење во Македонија?
Yes, well, I don't eat meat, maybe that's the reason. I like, well, tomatoes I mentioned already, and I have to tell you that before coming here, I didn't even like tomatoes so much. I was not really a fan of tomatoes. But now I really, your tomatoes are really great. So we are going to do a lot of salsa now from your tomatoes, and we will bring it home to have at least for one more winter of Macedonian salsa. Of the food, I like your cheese, sheep cheese a lot. From usually I buy from Šarplanina, but also Galičnik, of course, even though in Galičnik you don't have ovče kaškaval anymore, but at least in the neighborhood. So cheese is something I really like, and then of food, tavča gravče is something that I enjoy. I think it's very Macedonian. Yeah, that would be I think.
Освен спомени, ќе понесете ли нешто од Македонија, некаков сувенир, нешто што ви остана драго? Дали ќе понесете нешто од тука? Некаков предмет, нешто друго?
Ќе понесем. Yes. We bought some along the way already during these years. We bought some wooden pieces, some modern furniture done by young architects in Skopje. So we're bringing some of that with us. I bought one picture, one painting of one Slovenian or one Macedonian artist. I might buy one more. And well, a lot of food we are going to bring with us. Yeah, but I still have one more month, so I haven't come to that part yet. But yes, a lot of memories otherwise.
Што ќе им порача амбасадорот Жбогар на граѓаните на Македонија пред заминување?
Yeah.
Која е вашата порака?
I forgot that we also bought a lot of filigrane from, yes, the traditional ones with Macedonian ruby, as well as the modern one that you have from Охрид here. So yes, I should mention that as well. What's my message to your citizens? Well, the message is that you have a beautiful country, and you have a country that offers everything. You know, you have a land, you have a sun, everything grows. You have beautiful nature. You have Охрид. It's really, you can be lucky to have country like this, and I hope that in the future or in the coming years, not so far away, also with the help of the process with the European Union, that people will more and more see the future here, and that they will see the light at the end of the tunnel. They will see that things are changing in the country the way they want it to be changed. So this is what I wish. But I think that having the country like this, you should be self-confident. You should have the confidence that you can make the country the way you like it. And of course, you have to be very demanding to your politicians and hold them accountable. But I think it's possible to do it, and with the help of European Union, I think in the next few years, I hope we'll see this turn of optimism, that more optimism will come for the future, and for the future inside the country, especially for young people. I met so many young people and they're amazing young people. Really, they're so global and yet so local still, so much love the country. They would want to stay here, but they feel that they are pushed out because of the situation. So I hope that this will change, and our message is that I believe that that can be changed in the next years together with us, with the European Union, when we walk together to the membership.
Што очекува на личен план сега? Одмор или можеби нова дипломатска мисија?
No, I wanted to go back to Slovenia because I'm out of the country for 8 years, and I want to go back. I really want to go back home. There's no place like home, and I feel it now that you can have good time. I had great time here, but home is home. So I want to go home. So that's what I wanted. I'm going back home. I think I'll rest for a while, and then we will see.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you for this conversation. Thank you to be my guest today, and thank you for everything you done for our country. And I wish you the best and success in your life and career in the future.
Thank you very much, and thank you for this beautiful interview in this environment. Definitely something I'm bringing in my memory with me to Slovenia. I think the best interview I've ever had.
Ви благодарам уште еднаш, уживајте во прекрасниот Охрид. Вам почитувани ви благодарам што ја проследивте и оваа емисија. Останете и понатаму, читајте не, следете не, гледајте не и се разбира, спремајте се за Охрид трчањето. Чао!